And a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special one-off night coming to you from the Paul Christian Spiritualist Church. We're here tonight to talk about a new scheduled program of development for aspiring mediums, whether that be to work on the platform, in private sittings, or indeed just to increase your own connection to the spirit world. We've got a wonderful program, which we will go into a little bit deeper very shortly. This is a program that's been run by the wonderful Jack, who I may introduce, who's joining us from Denmark tonight. Jack has run this program in its entirety in excess of 5 years over in Denmark, and it's worked really well. And I'm absolutely delighted that through talks and visits to here at Paul, we said, well, come on, let's give it a go in the UK. So, Jack, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Lawrence.
Nice to meet you again, my friend.
Yes. It's becoming a habit now, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? People will talk. Jack, please, if you could give us just a rough overview of the program in its entirety before we concentrate on module 1, please.
Yeah. Basically, the background for this is over many years whilst I developed my own mediumship, partly at Arthur Findlay College, been around Eastbourne, Folkestone, at different places in UK, and for my own sake, I have noticed that there were some gaps, and I've met a lot of mediums over the years that actually have been working for quite a long time and working mediums as well, not only students, but that had some gaps within their knowledge, within their work, and things like that. And because I am, my head is very scientific thinking. It's very structured in that way. I have a military background where through the military I have been a trained tutor as well, and been used to organizing courses and things like that. And I thought, what can we do to make a full package so that basically we can invite anybody in from the streets without any knowledge of mediumship, and within a couple of years actually bring them to help them develop the mediumship in a way where they will be able or very close to be able to work, becoming a working medium, either doing sittings, doing platforms and things like that. I've run this course in Denmark 3 or 4 times, I think it is, and I have seen it. People, I have had a couple of students that has come in, no knowledge of anything at all, but have an interest, of course, and ended up actually becoming a quite decent medium within 16 months.
Brilliant.
So I know it works. It doesn't mean that after 16 months, well, you are a world leader in anything like that. From there, you it's like having a driving license.
Yeah,
like having getting a driving license, and from there you need to start to learn to drive. So afterwards, we will have some opportunities for some mentorship. I know you with your church can offer a platform for maybe some of them, and I believe that there. Each and every student that goes all the way to it isn't necessary that everybody is coming from the start to the end, but we will come back to that, why it can be like that. But those that come to the end, to the final exam and pass that exam, they will have the tools not only to work as a medium, but also to create their own future as a medium. So they will have an idea of what I'm gonna now. Now I can do my mediumship, but how am I getting out there with it? And that will be a part of this education scheme as well. So there's many aspects in it, and so basically this idea that we can take them from the start to the end and leave them with a full package, and with a confidence, I have to say, because that what I have seen as well, the confidence actually to go out and do it. We have talked about Lawrence, and we have been talking with other people, both in your church and other places, about this. A lot of mediums, as talked about earlier, a lot of mediums within their work, they have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of training, but it's like, oh, I have 1 week here, I have a weekend there, I have another a week there, and with different tutors. Nothing wrong with that. But if there's not a plan for it, oh, we'll learn a little bit about this, we'll learn a little bit about that, learn a little bit about this, but the connection between the things we learn is missing sometimes, or actually quite often in my experience. So, and that's the idea behind making a education scheme like this. It takes a bit of dedication.
Yeah. How many
but
times?
I know it works. I have seen it work.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent. So yes, Jack, indeed. And just to reiterate your words there, this program of education is to take you through each and every step on a progressive fashion. Something I realized, and this is part and parcel of why Jack and I ended up talking so much about setting up something here, was our workshop system at the moment in the UK. It's very good. We've run some wonderful workshops. I've attended some wonderful workshops, but it can be a little bit disjointed. We are, we're opening up. We're having 12 people in. We don't know everybody's background. We don't know what their knowledge base is. Sometimes it's exemplary. Sometimes there's bits missing, and you just think, oh, okay, fair enough. So this program is taking you from absolute beginning right the way through. The whole outline of the course is run in 3 modules. Module 1 is the absolute basics and that real foundation work. Module 2 is for the intermediate people, and then module 3 is for the advanced people. But each module is linked, so you're always building upon what you have already learned, going back in places. I love it when somebody will do, I don't know, say psychometry in a circle. They do it once, they go, right, well, I've done psychometry, and you just think, really? Really? You've done it now, have you? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So it is really getting that foundational thing in.
Yeah.
The other, just to give an outline of the way module 1, we turn our attention to that for the beginners.
Yes.
That will be running over a 4-month period, correct, Jack?
Yes, a 4-month period, 2 days back to back each month. And with follow up in between online, and with general contact to the tutors through a Facebook group and things, Zoom links and things like that. As you said, Lawrence, module 1 is really the basic. open to everybody. As I said, everybody can come in from the street, but it's also can be beneficial for those that have been taking some courses, have been at a bit of training to get it all put together. Some of the things that will be covered is about the understanding of the energies. First of all, our own energy. What we often see when we're coming on courses, it's okay, now we come this institution, now we start doing reading on each other. That's not where we start here. Here we start with actually read our own energy and get to know our own energy. Because how can we basically do a good reading of somebody else with somebody from spirit if we don't know our own energy?
Yeah.
So that's basically where we start, with some simple exercises to get to know ourselves and our own energies. I'm not talking about the chakras and things. That will be there will be an introduction to chakras and things like that as well. But it's not what I'm talking about here. It's about knowing our own energy, our own aura, and the essence of ourselves, and how can we control our own energy and adjust it. And not only with the energy, but also the levels of consciousness, because we have to be aware of that. When we are working psychic or mediumistic, we will change our level of conscious. We will go through the four main levels of conscious. The beta, the alpha, the theta, and the delta, of course. And I think sometimes we forget that when we start to develop, because it's so exciting. Oh, Lawrence, I'm going to do a psychic reading on you. I'm going to have a loved one through for you. But I'm really not knowing where I'm getting the information from, because a part of it it's me, a part of it's I pick up on you, and part of it is from spirit. So it's all been messed up a little bit. So what we're talking about here is the awareness of the energies and how to work them. That's our own psychic abilities, our own senses as well will work at a basic foundation there. And this basic communication and dispensation of the energies as well, that where we can connect it all and actually putting words on it. But for me, we need to know a lot about ourselves, our own thoughts, our own emotions, our own spirit, and that's where we really start. And we will work with that through all the way through the 16 months. There will be on module 1, there will be a basic introduction to psychic reading, to how we contact spirit, contact with guides and helpers, and so on. So all these things will everybody be introduced to on module 1 as well. You mentioned things like psychometry. Yeah, we will cover that as well, and we will go in talk about psychometry, card reading, ribbons, and different other physical tools we can do to do different kind of readings. And if somebody's sitting there thinking about, well, wasn't this about mediumship? Those are psychic tools. Yes, but we will work both with the psychic and the mediumship. We will have to focus on the mediumship, but we need to learn about the psychic to understand the difference between the two of them.
Yeah, indeed.
So, and as Gordon Higginson has said many times during the years and in interviews, and I guess that this backs this up, that not every medium is also a psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. And it's not because one is better than the other, both lovely tools, but because there is a difference.
Yeah. Definitely.
There will be a part introduction to symbols, colors, and how we can use them in the communication. We will come through the conscious states and how to use them when we're working with our senses. But most of all, as I said, the focus will be on the single student I think what's important here is the focus on every student is we're not going to make a bunch of mediums. That's not the aim. We're not going to make a bunch of group of mediums that all are the same, because we will look very much at the individual and build the toolbox for each and everyone in a way that fits the individual here. So it will be very personal, even though it will be a group teaching of course, but there will be a lot of focus on the individual. And again, we are looking at everyone's energy and how they're working with it and how we can present it in different ways.
Brilliant. Finished?
Oh, I can go on.
Lovely, Jack. Lovely. Just to recap what you're saying there, these modules. So you've got module 1, module 2, module 3.
Yeah.
They are split up into 4 weeks apiece.
Oh, module one is 4 weeks. Module 2 and 3 are 6 weeks each.
Sorry, not weeks, they're months, aren't they?
Months. Oh, yeah, sorry. Months, of course. Yes.
That's a professional image, never mind. Yes. Cut, take 2.
Yeah, so it's 4 months, 6 months, 6 months, yes.
Yeah. And what we're talking about tonight is module 1, because that will be launching in April of this year.
Yes.
And the structure of the modules is over the 4 months. Yes. There will be 2 days per month in-person training here at Paul Church, which are scheduled for a Friday and Saturday. The tutors coming in will be working to the schedule of how the module is going to unfold. So we're not going to just bring tutors in to do what they want to do. There is a structure to the training and the education that will be going on, which Jack has set out with them. So we kick off with the lovely Jack, who will be taking the first 2 days of training here at Paul. And then that will be followed by, we have, you know what, I was so determined not to do this. Andy Ford, Mark Stone, and Elaine Bevan. So they are the tutors that will be coming in teaching, because they are exceptional teachers, but teaching to the education system. So they will be teaching what we have asked them to cover in their own inimitable fashion. Yeah. Also, alongside this, there will be recordings made of each training session, and also you will have Zoom backup online where we can talk to the tutors during the course. If we go back, it's like we've all done it, haven't we? We've gone to a day course or 2-day course, come away, you think that's great. Next morning, you're thinking, what was that again? What was that bit about? Or whatever. So we're going to have all that support. But as I say, module 1 is getting those foundations in for everybody, ready for the next 2 modules, should they wish to choose to go on to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think what's important now, we are talking about these 3 parts of these 3 models. To join module 1, that doesn't mean that you have to join module 2 and 3. You're only signing up for 1 module at a time. And the experience is that some of those that start on module 1, they'll finish with module 1 and they will be satisfied with that because they had got what they needed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When we come to module 2, that will be open to obviously those that have been on module 1, but also for those that have had some courses, have had psychic training, similar things, and we can do like or Zoom or in the church, have an introduction day that will just quickly cover what have been gone through on module 1 to just make a catch up there. And again, the same with module 3. If there are people there just start working the mediumship or on the way to, they can join there then with a short introduction. So there will be opportunities to join in different parts. The thing is that as a student, you have a choice to say, oh, module 1, I think it's enough for me. I'll stop here. Or you can have the choice to go on. I will go with module 2 and 3. The benefits the other way around is we can say, you know what, we have done great for all those 4 weeks, but maybe you should wait a little bit, and that can be different reasons. There can be things in private life, it can be whatever that says, you know what, maybe you should wait a little bit, because we need to have this honesty within our teaching as well as in our mediumship, that we have tutors have to have the guts to say to the students as well, you know what, I think you should wait. This has been great to work with you, but to move on, maybe wait another year, work on what you have learned here.
Yeah.
And I have had that as well. I was just saying, you know what, it's you need to work a little bit more before we take you further, and we can bring the support for that and everything as well, of course. But it's two-way thing. Nobody is obligated to 16 months when they book up.
Yeah.
Book up for one module at a time, and it can be financial. You say, okay, I'll take module one this year, I'll take module 2 next year because I need to say do some savings or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of flexibility in this structure as well.
Yeah. And, you know, one of the things when we've been talking about it that I got quite excited over was we've got the lovely Craig Morris in the room tonight. Good evening, Craig. And Craig is a testimony to, I know he has his teaching online as well as his workshops. And I've seen him over the years produce people who are now coming out on the platform.
Yeah.
You know, and like everybody, every tutor, every teacher, we're not going to say, we're going to make you a medium, because we can't.
No.
We can give you that basis. We can give you that education. We can give you that environment for growth.
Yes.
But we can't make you a medium.
And as we've been talking about before, besides from my background, my military background, I also have a military or a background as a builder. So I'm talking about this toolbox.
Yeah.
What we'll give the students is a toolbox and a lot of tools to put in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's their job to learn we will guide them, but to practice with the tools. Some tools will work for some, other tools will work for others. But the basic thing is we can only, as tutors, give them the tools, what they are doing with them. We can give them instruction, we can give them exercises and things, but we cannot control the outcome. And I think we have to remember that even though like module 1 is open to everybody, I think we have to remember that with mediumship is like a thing where we all have everybody have the ability equal with the ability to shoot, to play music, work as a carpenter and things. But some people just have this talent of what can we say, the ability, stronger ability to it. But no matter how big the talent is, how big the ability is, you won't see any musician giving big concerts without there's hours and hours of learning, practice, and training behind it.
Yeah. My old teacher used to say you can have 1,000 pianists, but only one of them will be a concert pianist.
Yes.
And I get that. But it's, it's this nice, fresh approach. Plus, we've got the foundation work that Jack has been running this scheme, as I say, in excess of 5 years now in Denmark. So he's honed it down. He has got a success rate with it, not only for people who have actually come out and worked in the media, as it's termed in Denmark, but also just for improving your connection with spirit. And I'm finding this more and more now in people's development. They're not too fussed about becoming a platform medium or a private sitter medium. They just want to be able to sit with the spirit and commune. And that's brilliant. That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So if we get into, as I say, module 1, if we look at that in this first instance here, that'll be running over 4 months. As I say, it will consist of 4 by 2-day in-person workshops here at Poole. With the tutors, as I said, Elaine Bevan, Andy Ford, and Mark Stone, and of course Jack, to launch the system over here. Included in the price is all catering during the day courses here. So that is a light luncheon, drinks throughout the day. Also access to recordings of the training session online, and also access via Zoom with either group meetings or one-to-one meetings with the tutors during that module time for that extra support, because, you might come back, you need to ask something or just practice something, or am I getting this right? It's having that support. But it's also, to me, most importantly, it's just providing, it's not a one-off workshop. One-off workshops are great in a lot of cases. I've learned a lot in one-off workshops. But sometimes, we miss little steps, as Jack said earlier on. We miss little steps. So it really is bringing together that really, really firm foundation. There is a cost to this, of course. There is, as with everything. And module 1 is £440 per attendee. And that works out at, if my memory serves me correctly, £55 per in-person workshop, which is just a little bit above the normal going rate at the moment. However, as I said, do not forget, you also get all your course literature, your course journal, everything is supplied, catered, and most importantly, you've got that support there. You've got people that you can contact, that you develop that professional relationship with, to go back and get that advice and understanding when you need. Plus, again, recordings of the training sessions that you can sit and rewatch, which is a unique feature that we can offer here at Poole. Full details will be announced very shortly in the next couple of days, including the application details for that. But we've just came together tonight to take this opportunity to bring this introduction forward, to start putting it out there. And I feel like I should have a bottle of champagne and smash it against a computer, but probably not a good idea.
Probably not.
So I'll just drink it instead.
We can have a cup of tea.
Oh, cup of tea, lovely. Very, very English, Jack. Very English. But yes, it is exciting. It is something slightly different to what we're offering. We here at Paul will be continuing to offer the one-day workshops, and we would also have a short course later in the year with the other Jack, commonly known as Frederick Hagland, because they are often mistaken, much to their chagrin. So there's a lot coming
we use
out.
the same hairdresser.
There's a lot of educational opportunities here at Paul, be it from our new line of awareness nights, spiritual cafe, open circles, through to one-day workshops, a 5-day course, and now with this much bigger involvement, these modules coming in to really embrace and really nurture people and give all those building blocks, not just assume you know that, just give those building blocks, check and double check, and keep building on that. So yeah, good year. 2023, happy year.
Yes.
Jack, anything to finish off, sir?
Yeah, I can see Keith has a question there.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Lovely Keith. Lawrence and Jack, you are rigorous guys. Is your course going to move mediumship forward, or is it going to be similar to the DSNU certificate approach? Home circles often seem to be more innovative. Yeah, let's break that down. The course is designed, Keith, to provide that cradle and a much more encompassing approach to people's development. As I say, there are so many opportunities out there. There are so many workshops and short courses you can attend, but they all require, each tutor has their knowledge base, and we all do it. We assume that everybody else is the same. And then sometimes we say something and somebody will go, I don't understand that. And you think, really? Okay, fair enough. So we are going to it's to provide a nurturing atmosphere and environment for people's unfoldment. So it's not similar to the DSNU, because the DSNU I do not mean just. DSNU is you're a diploma holder with the SNU, which means that you hold all the certificates in speaking. So, yeah, okay, I'll give you that one, Keith. I get that, actually. It will be those elements all combined by the end of the course. So, yeah, there is that similarity. And actually, I've only just noticed that. So thank you, Keith. On a separate note there, home circles. Do you know what? Home circles is, I think, also going to be this year's hot topic. Seriously, there is the spirit want us to unfold, and they will use all the avenues available, be that through formalized training here within the church's centers, and indeed, in home circles. All our pioneers of the past, where did they all develop? In a home circle. There is the need, though, to develop people how to run a home circle, how to set one up, what the intent is, some basic do's, don'ts. So that we will be launching a little schedule about that from Paul as well, because I'm very keen. I'd be quite happy if the church was empty one day because everyone was at home in their own circle. Do you know what? I actually wouldn't mind. I might balk a bit when the electric bill comes in, but hey, never mind. Jack, have you got anything to add to that, please?
Yeah, the idea with the regime is to move mediumship forward, definitely, with a slightly different approach, as you mentioned. It won't give you a diploma within the SNU, but if that's the way you want to go with SNU or spiritual fellowship or any other organization that provides different kind of certifications, we'll have that one in Denmark in a couple of years as well. That will bring you a good way down the road, definitely. Definitely, it will give an understanding. It's not this course is not only about doing the mediumship, but also understand the mechanics within it, and understand when I'm doing like this, then this and this is happening. And so on. When I'm working with spirit, I'm not going to demand spirit. I want to let spirit come, but have that natural communication. So having the understanding of the mechanics within the mediumship is very much into it as well. And I believe when we understand the mechanics, when we have done a course like this and understand the mechanics, that will makes it easier for the individual to continue to develop their own mediumship, because I believe that we all come to a certain stage where we're becoming working mediums, we're going on platforms, we're doing sittings and things like that, and often there we forget, I'm here now, I'm working medium, so I'm not developing my mediumship any further, but I've realized through the understanding I've got of the mechanics in it over the years, made me able to look at my own mediumship in a different way through the understanding of the mechanics. If something is not working, why is it not working? Something is working really good. Why is it working really good? What's the mechanics? Why is my mediumship going the way it is? And that understanding, hopefully, we can bring forward to each and everyone as well during this course as well.
Brilliant. Well answered. Thank you, sir. So, everybody, as I say, full details will be announced in our advertising, both in Google and our social media and our website pages. That will be out in the next 2 days. But we're just eager to go, right. We've talked about this now for nearly a year.
Yeah.
And now it's out there.
Yeah.
And we've just set it forth into the world. So exciting.
Yeah, starting UK in April, and we are starting here in Denmark, starting a new up in April, May must be. Yeah. A month later, we'll start up here in Denmark as well. So
yeah, and who knows? In module 3, there may be some cross-fertilization going on.
Yes, definitely. That's can be a part of the plan. So those from England can maybe come to Denmark and join a part of it there, and same the other way around. So that's an extra fantastic opportunity. I know through my own development. Of course, my development has been mostly in the UK, but like on the Collins and other places, I've been working with so many different nationalities, cultural backgrounds, and things. Has really made a difference to my mediumship and to my development, and just through last couple of years where everything went online. Suddenly we're working with people all around the world.
Yeah.
In the same way, so it's not like we can take for granted that these things I used to have that they must make sense, because they might do in Denmark, but it won't in UK and won't do in Germany and things like that, because we are so different in different countries and different cultures.
Yeah. Anyway, Jack, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. I can't wait for April. It's going to be so exciting.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, watching tonight, and also those who will watch later on. As I say, full details will be released online through all of our advertising outlets. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to anything about education. I absolutely adore.
Yes.
When you see the student or the sitter get it, and you're just like, yes. How wonderful is that?
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for your time. Greatly appreciated. Quick shout out to some people. The lovely Stephen Trollen. Good evening, sir. How are you? Jen. Where else are we? Christine Lee Chu. How are you, darling? Jackie, Eva. Oh, so many. Jamie Williamson, Caroline. Thank you all for joining us this night. And again, thank you for those who may watch this in the future. And we look forward to working together and growing. This year is going to be growth in lots of areas. Looking forward to it. So it's good night from me, Jack.
Good night.
Oh, we've got the other Jack in the room. Jack Haglund.
Oh, Frederick. Yeah, and we can say actually Frederick is online later this evening, but I know Frederick, Lawrence, Stevie, and myself.
Indeed. Yes,
actually, we are an online demonstration next Friday, aren't we?
Yes,
27th.
That will be a very, very wonderful evening. I'm chuffed to monkeys. I'm working with. I'm going to say it. 3 of my heroes. Don't abuse that. All right, any 3 of you. Well, I'll have you. But 3 of my absolute heroes. I'm so honoured to be working amongst them. We are live online next Friday. The tickets link is by donation via Eventbrite, and if you go to any of our pages, you will find the advertising link for Friday the 27th, where we present an evening of evidential mediumship and also questions and answers afterwards, which is it's just that nice little twist there. We like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all thank you so much, all of you. Stevie's getting all excited. He can't wait. Bless.
Yes.
Frederick's put the coffee on. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody, have a wonderful, beautiful night. Don't forget, actually, Frederick is working in 50 minutes on the
Walking with Spirits.
Walking with Spirit. Thank you.
I can see Steve just put the Eventbrite link. Yes.
He's good, isn't he? He's on the ball, our Stevie. He's in there.
Yes.
Yeah, and proper coffee, Frederick. Oh God, yes, because Stephen's a coffee aficionado as well. God, I'm not going to put up mediums anymore. I'm going to put you all in the garage. Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Jack, thank you, and take care. Until we all meet again soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.